You know when you see the president on the news giving that simple wave from a motorcade? Well, what you're seeing is just the tip of an iceberg. Because behind that wave is a security operation so massive, it almost defies imagination. The second the President of the United States leaves the White House, they become the center of the most complex, expensive, and powerful protective bubble on the entire planet.
I want you to let that sink in for a second. The entire Olympic Games, with all the athletes, all the venues, all the spectators from around the world, is considered a simpler logistical problem than protecting one person for a 15-minute walk. So how on earth is that even possible? Well, we're about to break down every single layer of this mind-blowing operation.
You see, long before a presidential trip ever makes the headlines, a secret clock has already been ticking for months. This isn't just a trip, it's a military-grade mission that's been meticulously planned, and it all starts with a single, high-stakes meeting deep inside the White House.
So every trip starts as a simple conversation between the president and top advisors. But as soon as the president gives the go-ahead, it becomes official. A Trip Directive Order, or TDO, is issued. You can think of it like the starting pistol for a massive logistical race, firing off orders to literally every government department that's going to be involved.
Okay, so with the TDO issued, the government pulls together this elite unit, the Advanced Survey Team. And forget your typical security detail. This is a real-life Mission Impossible crew. We're talking a hand-picked team of experts from dozens of agencies, from White House logistics wizards to communication gurus who set up spy-proof networks. They even fly in fuel specialists just to test the local jet fuel for Air Force One. Their mission? To go to a foreign city and turn it into an impenetrable American fortress.
So months before the president even thinks about packing a bag, this advanced team is already on the ground in the host country. And they're not just scouting locations. No, they are building the entire security infrastructure from the ground up. And they leave absolutely nothing to chance.
The team's on-site checklist is just intense. They map out every single possible route, making sure the motorcade can pull a high-speed U-turn if needed. They ensure they're never more than 20 minutes from a top-tier trauma hospital that's equipped to handle the worst injuries imaginable. They take operational control of entire sections of the local airport, they fortify the hotel, and they lock down every single venue the president will even set foot in.
And this is where the level of detail gets truly staggering. For one trip, they actually hired men to mimic the sounds of langur monkeys, just to scare away the local primates. They'll post kite catcher teams on rooftops to snag any rogue drones or even balloons. In another case, 71 entire buildings surrounding a venue were completely sealed off, and they planted vibration sensors to make absolutely sure no one could tunnel in from below.
The president's hotel? It basically becomes a fortress known as the White House on the road. Windows are ripped out and replaced with 5-inch thick bulletproof glass. Every electronic device is stripped down to check for listening bugs. A mobile lab tests every single bite of food. And get this, they even bring a special portable toilet seat, and the president's waste is sealed and flown back to the US. Why? To prevent foreign spies from gathering health data from it. Yeah, really.
So, the groundwork is laid. The fortress is built. Now, it's time to bring in the arsenal. Right before the president arrives, a fleet of massive C-17 Globemaster cargo planes starts to descend, and they unleash this incredible array of security and transport hardware. What's inside these flying warehouses? Pretty much everything needed to create a White House security bubble anywhere on Earth. We're talking about the 9-ton armored limo, the Beast, plus an identical decoy, a full motorcade of up to 50 different vehicles, Marine One helicopters with their rotors detached for the flight, and enough tactical gear to outfit a small army. They literally airlift the president's entire world with them.
And then, of course, there's the ride for the president. Air Force One isn't just a plane. It is a flying fortress and command center. A commercial jet has a first aid kit. Air Force One has a medical suite that can perform emergency surgery. It has communication systems hardened against a nuclear EMP blast and its own missile defense systems. It's basically a 4,000-square-foot, 3-story White House that flies. Once the president is on the ground, they travel in this, the Beast. Now, this isn't some modified luxury car. It's a custom-built fortress on wheels, built on a heavy-duty truck frame and weighing over 9,000 kilograms. It's unlike any other vehicle on the planet.
So just how protected is this thing? Well, the windows are 5 inches thick. That's a solid wall of glass, capable of stopping armor-piercing rounds. The doors are so heavy they're compared to the cabin door on a Boeing 757. This isn't a car, it's a bank vault on wheels.
And the defenses are straight out of a spy movie. The cabin is totally sealed against chemical attacks with its own oxygen supply. There's always an emergency supply of the president's blood type right there on board. The tires can run for miles even when they're flat. It can deploy tear gas, create an oil slick to fend off pursuers, and it has a direct encrypted satellite line to the Pentagon. It's a survival machine.
From the very moment the president touches down, they exist inside this multi-layered, constantly moving bubble of security. It's an impenetrable shield of people and technology that moves with them every single second of every day.
And part of that bubble is the ultimate symbol of power and responsibility, the nuclear football. This very unassuming briefcase is always within arm's reach of the president, and it contains the codes and the equipment that allow the commander-in-chief to authorize a nuclear strike from literally anywhere on the planet.
And the most visible part of this bubble is, of course, the motorcade, a rolling fortress where every single vehicle has a critical job. You've got route cars and sweepers racing ahead, clearing the path. A lead car guides the whole convoy. Then you have the Beast and its identical decoy, constantly switching positions to confuse any potential attacker. Right behind it is the halfback, packed with Secret Service agents, and a countermeasure vehicle that jams all remote signals in the area, neutralizing the threat of a remote-controlled bomb.
So all of this, the months of planning, the hundreds of elite personnel, the absolute cutting-edge technology, it all comes with a price tag. A price tag so high, it's almost unbelievable. So what does this level of absolute security actually cost?
According to one report, the estimated cost for a single day of a presidential trip is $200 million. Now, it's fair to point out that the White House has disputed that specific figure, but it still gives you a sense of the colossal financial scale we are dealing with here.
To put that number into perspective, $200 million is roughly the entire one-day gross domestic product of a country like Nepal. The cost to protect one person for 24 hours can actually rival the entire economic output of a nation of 30 million people.
So after seeing all the layers, the advanced teams, the flying fortress, the rolling bunker, and that staggering cost, it really leaves us with one final question. Is this incredible operation simply the necessary price of keeping the world's most powerful leader safe, or is it also the ultimate unparalleled display of global power?